finished stretching with my husband, and now I'm going to get dressed and do my run before. I like getting my run done before the day. What do I hear? Puppies are out there in their little kennel. Okay, I'm gonna set my watch. It's hard to do with one hand. Right, we're running for 4 minutes today. We've increased our running time. We're doing 4 minutes running, 2 minutes walking, and we're just doing that 5 times today. 1. 3. 4. 5. Last one. Almost 2 miles. Something just grabbed me. It was a piece of grass. 2-minute walk. That was about 2 miles. So pretty light, pretty easy for me now. First day was brutal, but we're 4 weeks in. Something that I keep hearing is compound consistency. Compound consistency. Compound means multiple things compounded and brought and grouped into one thing, right? So consistency, being consistent, compounding your consistency is going to be the answer for a lot of things, for pretty much everything in life. Compound consistency also could mean endurance. It could mean not stopping. It could mean you go a little bit, but that little bit every day, an inch every day, over the course of years, over the course of a lifetime, equals of miles. And that is just something ringing in my head this morning. Compound consistency, or compounded consistency, or compiling consistency. He's making some banana muffins, double batch of banana muffins. Is it ready? Cubby made muffins. Yummy. Making croutons with this leftover stale with this leftover stale challah. If you have stale bread, don't waste it. Make croutons. Oh my goodness, croutons are so addictive. It's just not right. Just not right. All I'm doing is adding butter to it, not olive oil, because butter tastes better. Look at the other side. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder and some parsley. It already has everything but the bagel on it, so I might just put some more of that too. We'll see how I feel. Very hard to do with one hand. Yeah, bud.
So I forgot to do.
It's like basically making garlic bread, but on a little scale. All right, now you pop them in the oven.
Yeah. So when I have like those two.
All right, I added some Parmesan, some shredded Parmesan to them. So we'll see after they cool if they're crunchy. Yeah, they put the last of the croutons in here. perfect. I gotta put them away because I'm gonna eat them all. Get these away from me. I'm gonna eat them all. Okay, that doesn't belong in there. We did such a good job with these muffins. Dishes, never, and don't worry, I'm not gonna leave my cast iron in there. As I'm doing dishes, I'm listening to that business and marketing course, and I'm gonna go through the exercise after this with you. So let me just finish these dishes and then we'll sit down and then I'll go through them.
How do?
Yummy boo boo, is that good? Is Auntie singing?
Other moms start a business from home and did fitness classes and read depositions. Like, you're never going to be known if you're doing all the things. I had to pick one. And so I literally forced myself to pick one, but I freaking picked one. It was that simple. I was driving in my car. I look at all of that. Look at all of that. What is pops off the page right now that you're like, I know I could help people with this. I know I could help people with this. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be big.
All right, so I finished the worksheet, gone through the questions, and I have all of these things that could be the thing, all the things that I've gone through. Personal accomplishments. I don't have a ton. I feel like we moved out of state. I can cook well from scratch. We bought a farm. I had a prodigal son. I went through deliverance and freedom. Joel and I went through a money mindset shift. We had to work through a lot of limiting beliefs when it came to money. I had a couple of dyslexic children that we dealt with some learning issues. My son went through ADHD. We found natural ways of going through all of that. Health issues, myself, I had a ton of health issues before my deliverance. And what do people ask me about? Or like, what do people ask me? Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's always like decorating. It's always decorating my home and hosting things and event decorating, party planning, DIY, creativity, homeschool. I get questions about that. How do I keep my house so clean is what I get all the time. And I'm like, it's just my husband's a clean freak and I've learned to appease him. Raising godly children, people ask how, Trinity's in Africa and all my kids are the two younger ones are still learning, but I've made a choice to follow God. Home organization, and people ask me about my hair all the time, even though I don't do anything. And they ask me about like what I do for my skin, and it's like, I don't do anything, so I didn't really put that down. So hobbies and talents, decorating, creating, cooking, decorating my home, just making things pretty, business ideas and entrepreneurship, love that. People ask me about also dressing and styling, which, as you guys know, it's all from the thrift store. People ask me about cooking, how to make things, and living against the grain, just living a different type of life. We always try to be counterculture. What kinds of things are people curious about? People ask me about like homesteading. People ask me about recipes, about how and why we moved, and like so many people want to leave California, and I guess they're afraid. So people ask me questions. Curious about my hair and style where I get things and stuff like that. All the thrift store. Things I've healed from, my prodigal child, money mindset, deliverance. There's a lot of these things that are repetitive. Pivotal moments in my life, about my baptism and deliverance, moving from California, living through all of the things that I dealt with before my deliverance, abuse, depression, health, generational curses, self-hatred, and learning to see myself the way God does. Oh, there's just so much, you guys, and it's all kind of basically the same thing over and over and over. Decorating for events, cooking, interior decorating, organizing events, DIY, business talk, real estate investing. Like, these are things that I would love to do, and like I could just talk all day about them. But the thing that just comes, like, if I had a magic wand, she said, and I became the expert in this thing tomorrow, I feel like it would be business and marketing. Like, I just love that. Even though I don't have experience there, I feel like I'm excited about that because I want to learn about that and I want to go into that, but I really can't bring that to people because I've not experienced it myself. All of these other things, like, it's all homemaking. I've been a homemaker and I've been making our house a home for years. And I mean, scratch cooking, home organization, creating a family culture. I don't know. So if you have any ideas, or if you can think like, Olivia, you need to be teaching this, you need to be, doing this, just let me know in the comments or send me a personal text or message, because I could really use the encouragement, because these are all the things that are swirling around in my head, and I just I really don't know how to narrow it down. Not to say that I won't talk about all these things, but like, what is one that I should focus on and really bring to people? What is the thing that I could help people the most with and that people would be interested in? So a lot of the spiritual warfare keeps coming to mind too. I've dealt with a lot of spiritual warfare, and so not as deep as some people I've come across, but for your family, fighting for your family, fasting, praying, breaking generational curses, definitely have done that in our lives. And so but I wouldn't want to bring that to like as a business thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to profit from that. That's not something I want to profit from. That's something that I want to just bring to people because that's what I'm supposed to do, And so talking about like as a service or a business or something I could bring to market, I feel like is different, And like I said before, all that spiritual stuff is just gonna come with whatever I'm doing because it's just part of my fabric, So I also like the idea of transformation, but I'm still living it. I'm still going through it right now. So I don't know if I can help people with that already or teach people, because I'm still going through it myself. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna let this marinate and I'm gonna lay down because it's already kind of late. So I'm gonna call it a night and we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.